This was a place students didn't like to go. It was always damp here, and you couldn't discard the possibility of slugs and pill bugs being around. So when I ran across her in a place like this, I was surprised. Whoa, oh, it's Rika-chan. Don't scare me like that. Rika-chan was standing there, like a puppet devoid of life. I was the only one who was startled here. Rika-chan didn't seem to react to my appearance. Rika-chan? Finally, she noticed me. Her expression was clearly abnormal. There was red under her eyes, stained with tears and dirt. There were blades of grass stuck to her hair too, and her clothes look as though she's fallen to the ground. Rika-chan? Are you hurt? Did you fall? No, that isn't it. Rika-chan said in the brightest voice she could manage as she rubbed her eyes. She didn't look anywhere near normal though. What happened? You weren't sleeping on the storehouse roof and then fell off or anything, did you? Don't worry about me. I have something I want to ask you, Keiichi. Rika-chan walked over and clung to me. At first I thought she was playing a trick on me. Eventually, however, I realised it was so that I wouldn't run from the question she was about to ask. I shuddered. What do you want from me? She looked straight into my eyes. Her upturned eyes bored right into me. It was as though they were trying to pull the answer from my own eyes without actually asking me the question. It was scary, so I averted my eyes from hers. Keiichi, did you do something bad on the night of the festival? My body gave a jolt from its very core. Rika-chan, who was clinging to me, might have felt my shiver. A nervous tingle crawled up my feet, and after going up my back and freezing my entire body, it made its way into my brain. Keiichi, do you really not remember? My head began to throb. I don't understand anything. Mion asked me. Oshi-san asked me. Shion asked me. And now Rika-chan was asking me. We thought nobody knew, and we thought nobody knew about what we did last night, but in fact everyone knew. They all knew, and they came to ask me, again and again, until I admitted it. When I thought about it, it was pretty clear the whole thing was out in the open. After all, don't Tomitake-san and Takano-san's death prove it? Keiichi? How should I respond? We never should have entered the forbidden storehouse, and even though I regretted it so much, was she saying it wasn't enough? However, I had all but decided what I was going to say. I'm not exactly a good kid, you know. I've done lots of bad things, so I can't remember anything specific. Just as I had with all the others, I evaded the question. Rika-chan stared up at me with innocent eyes. Her eyes were so painful that I had to look away. After a few moments of mutual silence, Rika-chan released me. I'm sorry for asking you something strange. Please forget about it, she said, smiling her usual smile. Then tap 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 tap, she went running off as if nothing had happened. As she retreated in silence, I could feel her accusing me. Rika-chan. If she didn't hear my voice, then I was going to give up. However, she heard it. Rika-chan swiveled around and waited for me to continue. I was the one who had questions now. Still, asking any of them could be a half-assed way of admitting what I did. Hey, Rika-chan. What is it? If everyone knows anyway, then I should be able to ask this, right? Why is everyone asking me about the night of the festival? That evening? Had I done something that wrong? I felt plenty sorry about it, and only looked anyway. I didn't break anything or steal anything. Really? Still, Tomitake-san and Takano-san, they died so miserably. Since those two had come to such an end, there's obviously no way it would forgive only me. Rika-chan cutely tilted her head in confusion and waited for me to say something. If I were to admit to what happened that night, though, she might suddenly do a 180 as if flipping a switch. That would make sense. Rika-chan was the shrine maiden. She was the least likely to forgive me for breaking the taboo, wasn't she? Upon reflection, wouldn't telling her be more terrifying than telling Mion or Oshi-san? Rika-chan could give up and leave, couldn't she? She didn't. She only was quietly waiting for me to say it myself. Say it, Keiichi Maibara. If you really are sorry, then you should say so. Of course, it's normal to hesitate, given the crazy way Tomitake-san and Takano-san died. A pulping machine called Chaos was grinding up my brain. The juice wrung out of it turned into big droplets of sweat which began to fall. Keiichi? Rika-chan suddenly straightened up, trying to pat me on the head. I don't really understand what you're worried about, Keiichi. I had nothing to say to that. I lowered my head a little so that Rika-chan's palm could reach it. She petted me, kind of like one would a cat. Do you know about the big storehouse a little way behind the shrine grounds? It stores the implements we used for rituals. My breath literally stopped. Rika-chan, though, wasn't acting in a coercive way at all. Apparently, on the night of a festival, a cat snuck into the storehouse. A cat? Yes, a cat. Meow, meow. Rika-chan knew. She realized I was in fear. I could tell she was desperately trying to choose the right words so that she wouldn't scare me. The cat always wanted to explore inside the storehouse, but I was mean to it. I never let it go inside. So on the night of the festival, the cat couldn't hold itself back any longer and went inside. Hang on a second. Gotta love it when you get those, like, sales calls, don't you? Anyway, the cat. It was clearly supposed to be Takano-san. Oh wait, was it supposed to be me? Inside, there was actually lots of things that scared the cat. Rika-chan made a cute gesture like a ghost was trying to come out to frighten me. The cat was both terrified and amazed. It ran away as fast as it could, clatter, clatter, shiver, shiver, meow, meow. It was terrible. This cat, who are you saying it was? The cat is a cat. Meow, meow. Rika-chan still avoided saying it. The cat though was without a doubt me. Rika-chan, please tell me, the cat, what should it do now? Maybe it was a desperate question to ask. I had sort of admitted to being the cat. The cat is just a cat, so it can just keep meowing and everything will be fine. Everything will be fine? That's stupid. Shouldn't it just keep meowing? Jeez, Rika-chan and I had just put an entire conversation together. Jeez, Rika-chan and I put together an entire conversation using cat as a code word. I didn't say it directly, but I had already admitted to it. I didn't want to end up like those two. I didn't want to be a sacrifice like Shion said. That's what I thought, so I stubbornly remained silent. But now, that's enough. I can't just keep meowing. But it can't just keep meowing. The dog saw the cat making mischief and sneaking inside. The dog. That's right. It was the dog. It keeps coming to the cat and trying to get it to say that it snuck inside. After I said that, Rika-chan's expression clouded over. She was trying to hide it, but I already noticed her eyes darkening. Rika-chan? The silence was frightening, so I spurred her on. At that point, Rika-chan grinned. It's all right. I'll protect the cat. Huh? I thought for a moment that I had misheard those words, so dependable they were. The cat is really scared, but it really isn't all that bad. I think all the dogs are just misunderstanding. It's not all that bad. The cat is worrying too much. I'll do something about it for sure. Rika-chan will do something about it? I don't even know left from right at this moment, though Rika-chan didn't look at all that dependable. It might be hard, but I'll do my best. Go for it. Yay! She clenched her fist and stuck it into the air. Rika-chan said that the cat can just keep meowing. He said to leave it all to her. Is that really all it took to resolve this whole thing? Will you really be alright, Rika-chan? If I don't do my best, then something bad could happen to the dogs too. I had no idea what Rika-chan was talking about anymore. She had been talking to me under the assumption that I was aware of certain things. At first I understood her. Around the middle though, I stopped understanding anything. However, one thing I did know was to not worry and leave it to her. Rika-chan straightened up once more, patted me on the head and smiled. I was so moved by that reassuring feeling, I couldn't help but start to cry. I'm sorry, the cat. It really was just a little bit of mischief. It didn't think any of this would. It's too much of a scaredy cat. That's why it should never have seen the storehouse. She was right. It was far too shocking for someone to see based on a little bit of interest alone. That's why they made it so difficult to look at it in the first place, wasn't it? Rika-chan, what will happen to the cat? Two other cats that snuck in, well, that night I heard Tomitaki-san and Takano-san's death were being kept a secret. Rika-chan might not have known about it. Tomitaki and Takano? I gave a start to the sudden mention of actual names. Though it's weird to do that at this point. You should forget about them. My spine froze again. Forget? Yes. It won't do you any good to remember those two, Keiichi. The more you think about it, the scarier it will get. So you should forget about them as soon as possible. He said something so enormously terrifying without letting the smile on her face waver at all. I don't know where you heard about it from, but you should forget about everything. Make your mind as clean as a scrubbed bathtub. Forget, Rika-chan. You know, don't you? You know how those two died. No matter how they died, it was nothing to do with you, Keiichi. Rika declared this in a flat voice. Nothing to do with me. So forget about it. The girl before me, she was innocent and lovable, and even seemed trustworthy, but she suddenly took on another dimension. Don't get involved with their deaths. I'll help you, Keiichi. Those two contradictory statements twisted and distorted my image of the girl in front of me. Oh, what was that weird flash then? What about Shion? What happened to her? This might have been dangerous to mention Shion's name, but I couldn't stop myself from asking. Rika-chan saw through everything anyway. There was no way I was going to fool her or keep anything from her at this point. The younger of the sister cats. Meow, meow. Yeah, the little sister cat. Rika-chan appeared to think upon this for a moment. It was hard for me to endure even this momentary silence. The big sister cat is angry. The little sister cat did something bad, so she's really mad. The big sister cat. That can only be Mion. I recall being questioned by her yesterday. Keiichi. The big sister cat is not in a good mood at all. I think we should leave her alone for a while. Not in a good mood. Those words sent a shiver through me. Mion was mad. He was mad that we entered the ritual storehouse. Let's stop having club from now on. Huh? Why? I think we should leave her alone. Rika-chan ended her sentence with such force that I couldn't say anything in response. Hey, Keiichi Maibara, don't disobey Rika-chan right now. She's the other one who said she'll help me right now. I'll leave things to her just as she said to. I mean, she even said that the cat should just keep meowing. I'll forget everything like she said. I'll leave everything to her. I'll forget everything about Takano-san and Tomitaki-san and what I did that night. There's the end of lunchtime. Just then we heard a bell far away, marking the end of our lunch break. I guess we should head back to class. Keiichi, as if she noticed how miserable I was, about to leave everything to her and flee this scene, Rika-chan called out to stop me. If the misunderstanding dog comes to try and bite the cat, please tell me, okay? The misunderstanding dog. He put it in such a cute sounding way, but the true meaning behind those words was an eerie one. Who is the misunderstanding dog? The dog that bit the mayor. I don't know why it did that. If it was going to bite anyone, it would have been the trickster cat first. The flow of blood in my body felt like it completely stopped for a moment. Rika had admitted it. The sacrifices of the terrible calamity She admitted that if they were to happen again, it would be she or I. I didn't know what was about what blah, blah, blah. I didn't know what was true about the girl standing before me. My suspicion gave way to fear. I nearly began to change into anger. Was she a savior who would protect me, or a stranger who was trying to capture and kill me for the sake of a horrible tradition? I had no idea what was true. I'm sorry. The cat is already scared and I said something to scare it even more. I'm really sorry. Rika-chan bowed so quickly it looked like her head had been pulled downwards. Still, she was right. I was cowering. I could instinctively feel my body shaken violently. So when Rika-chan reached out her hand to pat me on the head, I pulled away without thinking. Oh, you made us sad. Rika-chan made a very sad face. I couldn't bring myself to put out my head for her again. That day, Rika-chan said she wasn't feeling up for club activities that day, so she suggested we not bother. Also, did we water that curry vegetable garden? Don't think we did. There's always vetoes when someone doesn't feel up for it. And now the others seem really disappointed. The big sister cat is not in a good mood. I remembered Rika-chan's word and quietly stole a glance at Mion's expression. I could forget the way she questioned me yesterday though. Her behaviour was the same as it was always. Scary stuff.